here to talk about why I stopped presenting as feminine to the world. Feminine dominant persona, feminine presentation, however you want to put it. Because I do embrace both energies of masculine and feminine. But when I say feminine dominant, I mean in the way of presenting feminine dominant. Like, that's my main thing. I'm embracing femininity more than masculinity. And I used to do that a lot. That I wanted to embrace my femininity in a physical way. I didn't just I wasn't worried so much about the healthy feminine traits. I wasn't so much concerned with that. It was more so I wanted to just present feminine. I wanted to be, you know, girly, whatever. And I stopped that. And I know a lot of people have questions about it in my personal life and on the internet. It's just how I've moved forward. The thing is, there's no specific one reason why I made this change in myself. Like a lot of things in life, things compound on top of one another. So you do one thing, and it starts as one thing, and then you do another thing, and it starts to compound on top of that. And for example, let's start with weightlifting. That's one thing. I'm doing that. It's feeling good. I'm getting muscle definition. I'm seeing myself. I'm perceiving myself in a different way. And I like how I'm perceiving myself. It feels good. And then another thing compounds on top of that. I get into a car accident. There's just this feeling of like, well, no one's coming to save you, Miles. It's that feeling you get. And it's not like I was destitute or something, or I don't get any help. That's not the case. But it's just a feeling of like stillness. And it's like, well, you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, like get yourself together kind of energy. And then another thing compounds on top of that energy. And it's like, oh, well, I'm in the gym lifting weights. And I remember being bisexual when I was younger, but I kind of put it in the back of my mind because society convinces you to pick a side. And I get that. And I'm in the gym, I'm lifting weights, I have a certain energy in my head now, and then I'm realizing women are looking at me a certain type of way. Maybe I perceived they were looking at me in a flirtatious type of way. Maybe they weren't, but it's all about from my perspective. I'm perceiving that. So that makes me want to present in a certain way. I want to present more outwardly masculine. So that compounds on top of the weightlifting, the car accident. These things compound over time. And also the feeling of fitting in with your gender. I made a choice. I was like, I'm either going to go this way, be more feminine, or like progress more in that way, or I'm going to go this way and progress more masculine presenting. Because these are, like I say, there's a presentation aspect, and then there's the energy aspects within us. And I like to balance both energies within me. That's what I like to do. You don't have to, but that's how I like to be. Forgetting the energies, I'm just talking about the presentation aspect. And I realized it just felt better to fit in. I enjoyed that sensation. I was tired of feeling like an outsider in so many aspects of my life, because even when fitting in certain ways, I still feel like an outsider in general. Like I still have that thing about me that, I just don't fit in fully, but I fit in much more now. These are some of the reasons why I decided to present more masculine and not be feminine anymore. And honestly, it feels really good to me. I feel great about myself, and I do look back on my more feminine era, and I'm not turned off by it or disgusted or anything like that. It's just, I'm glad I went through it. I feel like that's helped advance me on a spiritual level, for sure. And now I'm here playing in the masculine side of things, and that's also helping me advance spiritually as well. I just made a choice to not want to embrace that anymore on a physical level. Now energetically, I'm there with it. I'm happy to embrace feminine energies and divine feminine traits and mental things. And now also embracing masculine spiritual traits and non-physical masculine things as well, because that is a thing too. It's not just about the presentation. I didn't want to present that way anymore, and I wasn't going to let society tell me, well, you started this way, so you have to end this way. And I think that's what a lot of people get into. They get caught up in the stories they tell about themselves, and they feel as though they're betraying themselves when they stop going by the story they told themselves. But it's freeing. You don't have to be a tea person your whole life or a coffee person your whole life. You have the power to have personas and eras, and like any great artist, you can be who you want to be, so to speak. Something else that's compounded on top of the list I compounded, well, not only do women find me more attractive, but the world finds me more attractive. Men find me more desirable. Women find me more desirable. The world itself finds me more desirable and accepting. And that's one of the reasons why I did it. It's multiple layers to it. It aligned with me. Trust me, if I wanted to still be feminine presenting, I would be. You know, I have a rebel heart. That's me for sure. One of the other benefits was the world finding me desirable. And that's not just on a attraction level. It's just on a fitting into the group level. That feeling of not being a waste of a man kind of level, you know? And hey, I like it. I'm not ashamed to say I conformed in a way. But something else that's compounded even more so on top of that is I've developed a belief of homosexual and bisexual men should be some of the pinnacles of masculinity. And we should also be the pinnacles of balance. Like balance and what the future holds for masculinity in general. And it's not just about being, you know, the stereotypical things. It's a little more evolved. It's in the future, but we're just here now. I find homosexual and bisexual men can help lead the charge with that because of our backgrounds and histories. And I have nothing against a feminine guy. You know, if you want to be more flamboyant, there's times when I want to be more flamboyant. It's normally to myself because I'm a pretty reserved person, and flamboyancy is pretty loud. And even in my most feminine, I wasn't super loud and a mess. Also, recognizing the differences between femininity and flamboyance, that was another big thing for me too. I've realized I've just developed a belief system that homosexual and bisexual men should present more masculine, should be more masculine, should speak more masculine, you know, when they're called to. Like, if you want to girl out, that's fine too, that's your business. But just on a base level front, we like men. We should be men. It's pretty simple, you know? And yeah, I mean, that's just kind of why I did it. I wanted to be like this. Multiple things compounded, some physical, some non-physical, and I moved in this direction. And I wasn't gonna let the past stories I told about myself keep me from being who I want to be today, because the now moment is what matters. The past, the future, they don't really exist for me. I live in the now moment. The only thing that matters is the now and the next now, which is right now.